Hello, this is author Tiago Moore, and today I'm going to talk to you about my function in the VIP project. So my group's function was to enable student application to the VIP website. Specifically, my user story is as a student, I want to be able to list skills and upload my resume so that my application can be reviewed thoroughly. The description of the task is as follows. First, the student will click a button under the Apply section of the web page, and then the student will be promoted if he would like to enter his resume for review. And after that, a student will be able to enter pertinent information, and that information can be formatted and added to his user profile for the project owner to review. The acceptance criteria for this user story is not inclusive, but includes listing relevant courses, prior work experience, professional clubs, major, GPA, and time until graduation. Tasks expected for completion of the user story includes testing, back-end development, front-end development, designing a skeleton for the web page, creating a formatter for the resume, and other tasks.
So, in detail, a use case for my resume uploading tool will work in the following manner. A student, once verified, is able to submit a resume and modify a resume.
The resume uploading action will be performed in the following sequence. The student will interact with its view, which will click a button, and this will call the Save Resume function in the controller, which will then call the Put Resume function that will interact with our user repository in the database. This will return a success message, all done asynchronously since it can be performed together with other operations.
We can see that first we have our view page. This is our HTML that the user interacts with. This button is the submit button that the user will click, and on this button he will call the save resume that's in our controller. From our controller, we call the save resume function, which will call the put resume from our service. This put resume will make a put request to the server and save all of our resume data fields, as you can see here. All these are resume data fields that gets inputted into the database.
The class diagram for our resume uploader is defined as such. Here we have our user service, which has the put resume function identified, our controller, which calls the user service, which has the save resume function. The model using that the controller is using is the user model. Here we have all our resume fields detailed in the user model. And as we can see, we have department, username, email, project, and every other field that's described in the database. To accomplish this, I took the following sequence of events.
I had my user story here. As a student, I want to be able to list skills and upload my resume application so that it can be reviewed thoroughly. I had a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tasks to accomplish this. And it all began with back end development, front end development, designing an application workflow, configuring my database, designing a formatter, and a web page skeleton in its testing phase.
If we go to the release tree for this release, we can see the following. Here we have the release tree for Group 1, which was the overall task was to enable student applications to VIP projects. The main operational task started at Sprint 4, which we have as a developer. I would like to enable students to list skills and upload their resume. Here are where my tasks are details. I would have to learn Bootstrap and CSS, come up with a mock design for student profile, come up with a design web page, and all these other tasks. Operation was detailed on the sprint board, where we can see that all my tasks are done. And I applied these filters so that we could see only my task to this user story. This completes the reference tutorial on my demonstration of my resume uploading tool.